couple more minutes. The generation reactors we have now was built with private money. A lot of private money was lost, over $100 billion on the reactors that were canceled. The 98, they were over there. This time, Wall Street won't touch it. So if any reactors are built, it will be because they're going to print money. It's going to be federal dollars that build reactors. And they got $9 billion day before yesterday, in addition to the $18 billion that Bush and Cheney gave them. So that's 27. In the next week, they're going to vote on 36 more. That would be $62 billion on the table for federal direct subsidy, because these are tax dollars being given with a little note that says, oh, by the way, if you don't pay them back, it's okay. So what's the difference between a grant and that? I don't know. So we are in a watershed time where enormous amounts of money are flowing. We kind of hope they just want to be Halliburton and just not do the job and take the money. But, you know, we can't count on that. So just two more quick things. One is that it's always been a panacea, right? I mean, we blew up Hiroshima, we blew up Nagasaki, and we were terrified of what we'd done, and so we said atoms for peace. And then we said, you know, all the different things it was going to solve, poverty, and we were going to solve all the problems of the world with nuclear power. Now we have the biggest new problem is the climate crisis. Well, guess what? We're going to solve the climate crisis with nuclear power. And that's the justification for this massive amount of spending at the federal level. Now, just one more little piece to tack on that, because as we come to why is it happening in the Southeast, of 26 new reactors, and there has not been a single reactor proposed that wasn't subsequently canceled since Watts Bar in Tennessee. Watts Bar is the last reactor that was actually ordered and not canceled. So here we are, over 30 years later, and of 26 new proposals, 20 are in the South and 18 are in the Southeast. Why? It's because we're still hostage. It's because we still have electric rates set by the state that we have to pay. You can go off grid if you want to buy your own solar panels, but otherwise you're a hostage and you have to pay the rates. And we have state legislators who have colluded with the nuclear industry, who have taken away the protective laws from the 1980s, able to reach into the pockets of the electric bill payers in, effectively to TVA, but South Carolina, North Carolina, and Florida, to prepay these power plants at the state level as well. So we thought there was an economic barrier to more commercial nuclear power. That's what my boss firmly believed when I was hired in '91. But that barrier goes away when you socialize it.
So here we are down in Georgia. We have this fabulously powerful utility, Southern Company. At one time, it was the largest utility in the world. They sell power all over the world. They own reactors, coal plants, whatnot, all over the world. And guess what? The CEO is a Federal Reserve Bank board member. He is a former chair. He is a money guy, and he's figured this game out, and he has lined up state money from the rates to build this thing, to pay for it before it's built. There's no guarantee it'll be completed. They've lined up $8.3 billion, were promised by Obama in February, exact on the day the Vermont legislature voted to shut Vermont Yankee because of the tritium leak. Nothing compels them to finish this reactor, so I think the good news is we'll get ripped off, but we may never get radiated by it. We're out of time. So what I wanted to say is, as dire as it is, I want to pick up on what Mary said. We won. We are winning. We are in a frontier. We are beautiful. We are courageous and creative. This whole enterprise started when many of us in this room were alive. This is not a forever problem. This is a new problem, and we can shut this down, and we are shutting this down.